Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I don't want to talk about who is right or who is wrong. And also, I don't want to expose anyone's personal issues here. I simply want to share a way of thinking about why so many conflicts never truly come to an end. I once listened to a lecture by Sabramo Odamarpanolo. He said that when two people argue, what they are actually fighting over is not the truth, but reality. The simple example, a traffic accident. One person says, "Your turn signal was off. Your turn signal was off." The other replies, "No, it was on." Both feel they are right. And in moments like this, logic often loses to emotion and assumption. The problem is, assumptions feel true, but they cannot be tested. Assumptions live in our heads, not in fact. And when conflicts are resolved through assumptions, responsibility becomes blurred. Roles are passed around, and one party often bears consequences that they didn't fully control. I heard once an example involving a global public figure. This person has many records, plenty of data, and numerous statements that can be verified. Yet, what is interesting is that their version of reality is still believed by some people. Not because the data is the strongest, but because the narrative is repeated over and over again with full confidence. From this, I learned one important thing. In the context of reality, what often wins is not factual truth, but the courage to claim reality. And this pattern doesn't only occur in politics, it also appears in business, conflicts, partnerships, and even personal relationships. When assumptions are delivered with confidence, while logic is given no space, what happens is a contest of reality, not resolution. This is where I learned something important. If we want fairness, we need to return to chronology, not whose version sounds the most convincing, but the sequence of events. When things were discussed, who made decision and in what context. Chronology is the neutral. It doesn't accuse but also cannot be deceived by confidence alone. Beyond chronology, there is another thinking tool that is rarely used in personal conflicts, the responsibility metric. It helps us see who claims responsibility, who should be responsible, and who ultimately bears the consequences. Many conflicts arise not because of bad intentions, but because confidence is not accompanied by clear boundaries of responsibility. Logic asks, does the claim match the role? Does the role match the decisions? Does the decision match the consequences? Assumptions do not ask questions. Assumptions only want to win. As long as the conflict remains the realm of assumptions, there will only be a struggle of reality, not a resolution. This video is not meant to judge anyone. It is an invitation for all of us to think more clearly, because maturity is not about who speaks the loudest, but about who is brave enough to take responsibility for their own reality. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.